Hey guys, how's it going? Dutchman Games here. Today we're making a sci-fi ship interior, kind of in the horror vibe with some cool lighting and some gloom. So hope you guys enjoy and subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, let's get this going. These are completely free to use assets, um, and I'll show them right now on the screen. It's Polar Facility, and it is Spaceship Interior, and these are free to use. You can download these off the FAB store. Links are in the description. Alright, so first of all we want to go to File, and we want to click on New Level. We're going to click on Empty Level, and we're going to create. Now we have a very dark level, and all that we need to do is a few things. We're going to do this from the start up. We're going to Filters, and we're going to select Static Mesh. Click on it, and then we'll get all the static meshes that we have. Naturally, I also have a few other systems in here, a few other content file folders. So I'm just going to click on Polar for now. And then in here we have a few floor things that we can use, and we're going to use those. Click on this little button up here and make sure it's set to unlit. That way we can see everything more clear. And yeah, let's get this started. So first of all, let's place down a floor, and we're going to base everything off of one piece of the flooring. Now this floor has some holes in here, so you can see through the map. We don't want that, so let's look for a floor which doesn't have those holes, which is this one, except this one has a kind of a weird angle. So let's actually look for floor, and then maybe think, oh well, yeah, there we go, this one is perfect. Alright, so we're going to place this in the map, and we want the snapping to grid enabled, the snapping to rotation grid enabled, and the snapping to object scale enabled. And then from here we are going to pull and duplicate the floor tiling. So you can hold Alt and then click once and then duplicate the floor tiling. Then we're going to do this a few times. So we have the main map layout, and then we can also pull one to the side here, and then maybe it will actually look better if we rotate this around. So what you can do is you can click on E or press on this button, and you have these for all of these. So Q is the object selector, and then you have W, which is to move it in the XYZ axis, and then you have E to move it around, to rotate it around in these axes, and then you have R to make it bigger in those axes. And with Control C you can actually revert those changes. So you just want to place a few of these, and we're just going to make like a path essentially. So this is just going to be a level where you walk from point A to point B. So it's going to be a very short level, but it's all about the lighting, and about the way in which we set the level. So there we go. Alright. And then it would be nice if maybe here we can use this floor, and then we're going to press R. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, and then this will be a kind of like an open space area. I don't know what it will be, but kind of like an little open area. Alright, so this will be the idea of the map basically, and then right here we'll place a player start. Make it a little bit bigger. There you go. So the player will start here, and he'll walk all the way over there. That's the idea. So it's a short map. Now we're going to add walls, and these are pretty easy to add. You literally just place them on each corner, And I think this is high enough, and you just want to place all these next to each other, and we're going to make them look better over time. For now, just place these walls. There we go. Oh. And then you can copy this one, you can rotate it 90 degrees, and then you can put it back in here. There we go. Copy this one to this side, push it back into the other. There we go. And then this one needs a little bit of TLC to make it bigger, so you can actually disable the snapping scale and then make it line up perfectly. And then for this, we're going to copy this on here. It's okay if it goes outside, that's fine. Also do it here, push it all the way over there, and rotate it again 90 degrees, and now we'll get a kind of like a room. And then we're going to place a wall here, place a wall over here, and then what we can do is we can take these two walls right next to each other, hold Control to select multiple of them, and then we can literally just place these in here. Make sure at least one lines up, and then this is kind of like a graphics bug because they're exactly aligned. So what you can do, you can make this one just a teeny bit bigger, and they won't have that issue. And then just keep grabbing this, and again this one's a little bit bigger, so just need to kind of make it fit. There we go. And then one more. And then for this last part, put it over here. Alright, so now we have a whole wall system here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the outliner and we're going to look for everything that says floor. And I think these also say floor. So we're just going to type in floor, select everything except the map itself, and copy this to the ceiling, and then we'll have a basically working interior. Alright, and now that you have this, as you can see there's some bugging going on here. So all I need to do is go to scale and then turn them inward, and then you basically get a good looking ceiling. There we go. Alright, now what we need is pillars. Pillars. So Polar has one pillar, which is this one, which we could use. So what you need to do with pillars is basically you need to make sure that they align well on the sides, and that they basically cover the open pillars in the map, essentially. For example, on this one we can't really place it that well, but you can still put it here. And then in these corners, these are kind of difficult, so go to spaceship interior, and then here we have not pillars, I think they're called piping. And then what I do is I just place a piece of piping in the corner to kind of give the illusion that it's supposed to be like that. add a point light, put it kind of under the lamp, like so, and then we're going to do a bit of work on this. So we are going to set the attenuation range to 600, 800, and then intensity 6. And then the light, a little bit yellowish, just a teensy bit yellow. Alright, put one over here as well. Now put one over here. This one has 2 intensity. And then we put one over here under this light with, again, 6 intensity. Now the other one is 2 intensity because there's no light there. But we still want some light, of course. Like that. You can see now that there's a graphics bug here. So what we can do is we can take this piping and just put it right in front of the graphics bug and deal with it that way. Okay, there's also one over here. That's just fine. There we go. That's how we fix that easily. Alright, so now we need one more light that goes in here. Oh wow. Apparently I already did that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now that we've set all this up, we're going to type in fog and get the exponential height fog. Put it in. And then we're going to set the first color, so the fog scattering color, to kind of like a reddish color, kind of like that. And then add some serious fog. So make the fog density a bit bigger. It's way too much. 0.5, and then make it a lot darker too. Kind of like that. There we go. Alright, so now that we have the post-process volume, you want to make it scale to 500 by 500 by 500. Turn on the bloom, and then when exposure, put it to 1 by 1. And then now we want to kind of play with this, so we can put it on, for example, -5, which is very bright, -1, which is okay-ish, put it on 0.5 and 3. The higher this is, the darker. It's a horror game, so we can also put to 2.5 on 4, so it could be brighter if we wanted to. Yeah, we don't want it too bright. Alright, take all the lights and put the lightning on movable. And alright. And now that we have this set up, we can go back to the exponential height fog, and we can kind of play with this, make it maybe look a little bit more foggy, like that. Alright, and now what we can do is go to particle, cascade particle system, which is the old version, but that's what these assets are using. And then what we can do is we can spawn some ambient dust. And you want to kind of make this bigger sometimes. And you just want to place this, not everywhere, but decent amount in some places. And this light you want to make a little brighter and a little bigger, 1500. Maybe even place another one over here, so you can really see these things coming out. And then, for example, I believe there was a cable somewhere hanging right here. You could put some sparks on this. It's a little much. Maybe this one. There you go. And put some steam in this corner. Put some steam in this corner. Put some steam in this corner. Some steam over here. And there we go. We got ourselves a spooky horror map. Alright. And here we are. So that is how you can pretty quickly make a horror map with custom assets. So again, when we come over, we start here, and we can walk on this side. It's kind of like dark and dim, yeah, but you know, it looks pretty good. I like the lighting. Particle systems. We have no sound, of course. Sound will add a lot to this as well. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And all with free assets. Do see a little bit of a graphical anomaly here too, but those are easy to fix, like we did before. We just moved this one a teeny bit down. There you go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoy these kind of builds. Yeah, leave a like, and please do subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so your subscription would be highly appreciative. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.